is Old Library. To replace the former Central Buses Service 35B, which was also operated by Diamond and Arriva, and the 35B ran from Walsall to Lichfield via Stonnall, and then when Diamond lost the route in 2019, it was taken over by Select Bus Services, but only running between Lichfield and Aldridge via Stonnall, meaning passengers wishing to travel to Walsall at the time were having to use Diamond's 35 route. So Diamond's 35 route had been the only service going between Lichfield and Walsall, along with the number 8 National Express West Midlands, which was the 10A, which began the A in 2021. Connecting Lichfield and Walsall, and obviously that really surprised a lot of people, especially. But obviously this was down to the contract on the route that had expired from the route. So that changed in 2021. 2021 with the 8, with the 10A becoming the 8. And 2019 when the 35B became the 36, and then in 2022 Diamond Bus lost the 35 corridor and just had the 35A. This was also down to the service reviews as well, and then obviously passengers wishing to travel to Walsall had to use the number 8s. Or use the 36 to get to Aldridge and then change for Walsall from there, and obviously that all was messed up that was, but then in 2023 Chase Rider, which operates in Cannock, took over the contract on 36 from Select and re-extended the route back to Walsall. But obviously the confusing thing is there's actually two 36s in Walsall. You've got one that runs from Walsall to Allenwell and the Manor Hospital, and then of course you've got the 36, the Lichfield one, when obviously they could have just numbered when I think they should just renumber the routes, but it is really confusing, to be honest, for passengers. Riva. Not 35B, it's also been operated by certain operators in the past. Even Zach's buses did it as well. We are now coming towards, is this the A5 then, Owen? Or A35? Not sure what this road is. Now going along this Rushall way. Not sure what it's called, so the next stop is going to be Dobby's Garden Centre. A5. Oh, A5. Anyway, we're on the A5, just to clarify. Now, obviously, we were originally scheduled to do this route back in 2023, but unfortunately, it turned out it didn't work out. That was because, due to the fact that it was full of schools, because obviously this goes to Lichfield Primary School during the school term. So it filled up the bus, and obviously it was really, really difficult to get on board. But obviously the schools are out for summer now, so we can make the most of it. 6 weeks before they all go back in September. So here we go. Subway and a Wingers and Costa drive-through. Anyway, there's a sign over there to the National Memorial Arboretum, which I didn't know how to pronounce. I thought it was called Arboretum, but it's actually called Arboretum. Located in just in between like Tamworth and Burton. Oh, there's a Massey Ferguson tractor. Massey Ferguson. That goes to the M6 toll road. So follow the sign, M6 north, M6 toll road north. So we're now heading along. Now, obviously in the past, select buses is obviously they used to go down the lane, just like Diamond's 35B, because I remember when they used to go down the lane before, between Lichfield and Stonnall, because I remembered that. Well, I'm not sure if it still does. So just now going by Dobby's Garden Centre. Police Garden Centre. This is service 36, service to Walsall. So we're now going towards Shenstone and Lynn and Stonnall. So we've got the next stop GPS technology recorded by iPhone at Amy, who also does train departures at various stations, and she's also the voice on the National Express West Midlands Platinum buses. And obviously this is the new way of talking announcements. Well, for up-to-date technology. I know people might not agree with it, but obviously that's just how life is. So we're now at Shenstone. This is Shenstone Station. Very nice looking historical station. Platforms are deserted because there are no trains. That's because the train lines are down and replacement services are provided with coaches. And the class numbers that run on this line are a fleet of Class 730s, previously the much loved 323s that started up like the sounds of Formula 1 cars. Now, one of the best bits about the Class 323s, not only the start of the Formula 1 cars, they also had one repainted into the old regional railway Centro livery. And that brought a bit of a reminder to people of the past, because obviously that was the specific livery that ran on that line, and even on the Wolverhampton line to Walsall. So it's nice to see modern up-to-date trains. a familiar name, or leave. And then in 2019, just a year after Central Buses were bought out by Diamond, the 35B contract was withdrawn from Diamond Bus and was taken over by Select Bus Services and renumbered to the 36, only running between Lichfield and Aldridge via Stonnall, meaning passengers wishing to travel to Walsall had to change at Aldridge. And but however, National Express West Midlands is 10A continue to provide the link to Walsall, Lichfield along with Diamond's 35. So we're now in Stonnall. But then eventually National Express's 10A became the 8, going a different way through Brown Hills. And then in 2022, Diamond Rushall lost their 35 contracts, so that meant the 8 was the only provider between Lichfield and Walsall. Then 2022, Diamond lost the contract, leaving National Express West Midlands to continue operating the number 8. Then in 2023, Select Bus Services lost the 36 contract to Chase Rider by re-extending the 36 service back to Walsall, and also they gained the 35A contract from Walsall to Lichfield. But obviously that was only short-lived, as 2024 saw the 36A being introduced to cover the lost parts of the 35 route. So that brought the 35, most of the old 35 route back, and that created a half-hourly frequency between Lichfield and Walsall, between Diamond and National Express West Midlands, and there's now more of a between Chase Rider and National Express West Midlands. And now on Sundays, 36 is run on Sundays now, so it's now a 7-day week service, just to complement with National Express West Midlands. So it's good to see direct competition now on this corridor. So we're now coming, so the next stop's Lazy Hill. service. This one's in the centre bus livery. The orange and blue, because obviously D&G is now parting with centre bus. Centre bus is another good company. I do like D&G buses, yes I do. D&G even used to operate around the Midlands in the past, because they used to cover under Midland back in the day when it used to operate from Planetary Road, which was in Wensfield, which became a Riva, originating from Choice Travel. I believe Choice Travel and Midland did this route before, I don't know. Aldridge close.
Next stop, Aldridge close.
Forest Glades Leisure Centre that used to be in Kidderminster, a different type of glades. Now we're going down Lichfield Avenue.
CHR36. 2. Walsall. Next stop, the Abbey.
Next stop, the Abbey. The next stop is Middlemore Line. Morrison's.
Next stop, Middlemore Lane.
Next stop, Burnfield's Close.
Next stop, Burnfield's Close. Next stop, Lockside.
Next stop, Lockside.
Next stop, Dumbledary Lane.
Next stop, Dumbledary Lane.
Next stop, Dumbledary Lane.
on for Lichfield.
Next stop, Kings Road.
Kings Road. So we're now in Rushall. stop is Haverton Lane.
Next stop, Watrose Homes.
There's the 10 X400. Says towards Brownhill Express.
Next stop, Darwin Street.
Next stop is Darwin Street. And the next stop is Walsall bus station, where the service will terminate.
The next stop is Walsall Bus Station, where this journey terminates.
When you leave the bus, please make sure you have all your personal belongings with you.
Thanks for travelling with us. See you again soon.
Right, now we're at Walsall bus station, so we've got connections to Diamond Bus, National Express West Midlands, and of course Walsall Community Transport. Hello there everyone, welcome to the 36 Lichfield to Walsall, run by Chase Rider buses, based in Cannock, and I hope you enjoy the journey. So we're leaving Lichfield for Walsall. Now, for some reason, I think the 36 was diverted, but I don't know 100% of the details. So we're now going past Dobby's Garden Centre. So we're now coming into Shenstone. Which is on the Birmingham's Cross City line. So this is Shenstone. The metal giants are now upon us. Now this route used to be known as the 35B back in the day. And it used to do a reverse, but it doesn't anymore, unfortunately, compared to as it's now the 36. So now going up Lazy Hill. Here we are now at Aldridge. Welcome to Walsall.